Today I'm going to show you everything that's in the box from start to finish with the Expedition 3X. That's what I have here. I'm doing this because I've never set one of these up before, so we wanted to show you that it really is pretty easy, simple, anyone can do it. Trust me, if I can do it, anyone can do it. The only assistance I'm going to need is my friend Mike over here, because as strong as I am, I don't think I can lift all this stuff out of the box by myself.
So for those of you joining in, we have a brand new out-of-the-box Expedition 3X, and we have Tori over here who has never put one together. So we're having her put one together, and Mike is helping out a little bit to
on the muscle side of things.
On the muscle side of things.
So what we just took out was the griddle. The Expedition 3X is nice because it comes with a griddle. A lot of our stoves, you need to buy accessories to be able to cook on them, which is great because that makes them really versatile. But this kit is nice because you can start cooking on it right out of the box because you already have a griddle. This is the three-sided wind screen.
Which?
Extensions. And this is the stove itself. As you can probably tell. You're going to take the bag off first.
Joe, we'll need to see about possibly winning a Expedition 3X. I don't know if that'll happen today.
Alright.
There it is.
There she is, the Expedition 3X. And we're actually setting this up today so I can cook on it.
Yes, so, well, she's working on that a little bit. So, we have everything set up for some Philly cheesesteaks that we're going to be throwing down on the griddle once everything is all set up. And when we're all said and done, we are going to post the recipe for this. If you don't want to wait, you can go to campchef.com and go to our recipe section. And if you just want to cheat, just go to the search function, type in Philly or Philly cheesesteak, and it'll get you right there. So back over here to what Tori's doing.
We got the legs right here. Easy way to do it, just put the stove upside down.
You can put the legs right on.
Put the legs right on, just pops right on. There's a little screw right here to tighten them down.
Let's get a closer look at that thumb screw.
That easy. Do that to all four legs.
So for those of you just now joining in, we have a brand new out-of-the-box Expedition 3X. Just got it from our warehouse about 15 minutes ago. So
We're setting it up for you to show you just how easy it is to do.
Tori, Erica's saying she loves the hat.
Thank you, Erica.
Erica, thanks for joining in. It's our good friend from Favorite Family Recipes. So we've actually got some things in the works with them. Excited about that.
So here's the stove, pretty much all the way set up. It has two side handles, so it makes turning it over really easy. You want to cut this off or something?
So Kayla, I guess you're talking probably about the flat top grill, our cart unit. As of right now, we're
actually going to put it over on this side.
We may or may not, but really, you know, this is a great route to go because you're going to have everything that you need on a flat top right here, and this is portable. You can do really anything you can do on a flat top, you can do right here.
Got the windscreen right here. Helps out if there's any wind.
So you got these tabs. I'm not sure if you guys can see them. These tabs just go into each side. Can I get some likes for Tori putting this thing together? This thing weighs about, between stove and griddle, about 75-80 pounds.
Well, Mike was definitely.
Mike did help some, that's very true.
There we go. So if you didn't know, the windscreen is pretty self-explanatory. It blocks the wind, which you might not think about very much because you don't have wind in your kitchen when you're cooking indoors. But outdoors, it's definitely necessary. So another great thing about this griddle is it's our true season finish, which with a lot of griddles, cast iron, things like that, they're not ready to cook right out of the box because you have to go through a finishing process, a seasoning process. But this guy, and all of our cast iron, it's all pre-seasoned, ready to cook immediately as soon as you take it out of the box. So it does make it pretty easy. So let's grab some propane.
Alright, so we're just hooking up the propane. For those of you joining in, saying this a lot, make sure everyone knows what's going on. Got a brand new out-of-the-box Expedition 3X. This beautiful, already seasoned griddle we're going to be cooking on here in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Got the propane hooked up. Got the griddle.
Getting all our trash out of the way.
Got this little accessory rack right here. You could put some spatulas or whatever on it, or you could put a napkin on it as well. You just take this guy off right here for napkin.
Yeah, so this will be a paper towel holder, which is nice, and this is nifty too.
Here's the paper towel holder right here that comes with this unit.
This is great for hanging accessories, so you can stick it right on the front of your stove, or if you have something else cooking on here, you can set it on the other side, wherever you want it to go.
Excellent. Now, something that does come with this, we do have a grease cup catch that comes with it. But for those of you who have seen these, we do have a
Other
grease cup that you can get, and it slides in.
pretty similar to the windscreen, it just slides right onto the edge.
Right there.
And if you look in the griddle, there's a tiny little, just right through this little ridge, so the grease pours out right into the cup. You probably want to make sure that your grease cup is below this hole.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have a mess on your hands.
Last thing you want is grease all over your patio.
Alright, so we're ready to start cooking. It was literally that fast to set this thing up and get it ready to cook. Just sit there. So first things first, you got to turn on the propane, obviously. If you hear a hiss, if you don't already know, that's bad. If you hear a hiss, that means the propane is leaking out. You have a bad connection or something like that. So turn it off, wait a few minutes, try readjusting things. I don't hear a hiss, so we're good.
We've got a weak connection, guys. Sorry. It's, hopefully that'll be taken care of here in just a moment. So what we're working on right here is the Expedition 3X. We just got it out of the box from our warehouse today and putting it together.
Yep. So now we can go ahead and light it. This is also nice because you have a matchless ignition system here on the Expedition 3X, which makes it convenient for when you forget your lighter on those camping trips. So we'll just start with this burner. You can just turn it on. Here's the matchless ignition. I'm going to lift this a little just so I can make sure. And there it goes. Lit. So we're going to turn it down a bit. I'm going to do the same thing with the other burner. And voila. They're both lit. Occasionally, if it doesn't light for some reason, sometimes the ignition system doesn't quite spark. If you look down at this burner, that little rod, that's the electrode that sparks to ignite the fuel. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of adjusting up or down of that little rod to get it to spark. So if your matchless ignition system doesn't work right off the bat, you can give that a shot.
All right, Tori, are we about ready to do some Philly cheesesteaks?
Yes, I think so.
Can I get some likes for a Philly cheesesteak? Who loves a Philly cheesesteak out there?
Okay, so we start with greasing up our griddle. Can't go wrong with butter. By the way, this griddle is tough as nails, so you don't really have to freak out too much about scratching it or scraping it. It can withstand pretty much anything you throw at it.
So for those of you just now joining in, we've got the Expedition 3X, just pulled it right out of the warehouse today, doing some Philly cheesesteaks on it. Took us, 10 minutes, you say, Tori, to get everything set up?
Yeah, if that.
So about 10 minutes to get this set up, and as everyone saw, we literally pulled this right out of the box, and we're already cooking on it, getting ready to do some Philly cheesesteaks.
So I have the burners on about medium heat right now. That's a pretty good place to start. Obviously you can adjust it as necessary. Actually, I don't have to set this spatula over here because I have my nice little utensil rack. I just forgot about that. So you want to start with cooking the onions, which we have right here. Probably won't use quite all of them. Well, why not? Let's just dump them on. Why the heck not, Tom?
So we got some onions on there. We've got some green and red bell peppers that we're going to be throwing down on this. Let's get a close-up shot of everything cooking right here. You automatically know it's going to taste good when you're cooking with butter, right?
Definitely.
So while we're waiting for the veggies to cook up, who's got some questions about the Expedition 3X, about the griddle?
About this recipe?
About the recipe? Sorry guys, our connection's going a little bit weak. We tried fixing that from last week. Looks like we need to work on that a little bit more this week. Susan, definitely have to agree. It does smell awesome out here between the butter, the onions. It's going to be a rough day working at Camp Chef.
Isn't it always? We've always got something yummy cooking.
So, Rick, the best way to clean the griddle, you've got two routes. One is, once you get everything off there, you heat it up a little bit, get some water on there, and just use either this same spatula that Tori's using, or you can use this one right here and scrape everything off. And then once you've got it all cleaned off, wiped down, use some olive oil, or we have cast iron conditioner that you can throw on there. And you want to put a thin coat on there, and it's seasoned steel, and that'll help keep the seasoning on it and make it as close to a non-stick surface as possible.
Yeah.
And Tammy, the cheese we're going to be using, so we actually went a little traditional on this one, and we got some Cheese Whiz.
You can use provolone though, if that's what you prefer.
Yes.
We've done this recipe with both, and either way is excellent. So those are looking fairly tender. I think now is about the time we want to throw on the meat, and we'll just do that right here in the middle. And I'm going to hang this spatula on the utensil rack.
All right, and Terry, to answer your question, so that's definitely rough when you ready to cook and you've got a griddle that's covered in rust, one of the things that you can do before you get a sander out and really start going to town on it, if you actually put it in get some Coca-Cola or something like that and just let it sit in a bath of that, that'll actually eat away enough of the rust that once you let it sit for, you know, maybe an hour, 45 minutes, come back out, take a stiff bristled brush and just scrub it down real hard, that'll actually start to take care of that rust.
So this is just really thinly sliced ribeye steak that we got. As you can see, it's cooking up pretty quickly. Looking good. You want to keep cleaning the veggies.
So for those of you just now joining us, we have the Expedition 3X. Just pulled it out of the box and out of the warehouse about 35 minutes ago. And now we're doing some Philly cheesesteaks, just waiting for the meat to finish cooking. We got some prime rib cuts, a steak, and then we thinly sliced it here in the kitchen. And just waiting for that to finish.
Woo. This is looking good.
So, Doug, to answer your question, I'm guessing you're asking about the griddle. The griddle is 16 inches deep by 24 inches wide.
And just to point this out, I don't know if we did at the beginning, but this griddle actually covers 2 of the 3 burners we have. Just because it is a bit bigger. And actually the way this 3-burner stove is set up, 2 of the burners are actually a little bit closer to each other. Which is the side you want to put things like your grill box, your griddle, your pizza oven, those kinds of bigger accessories. Those are going to go on the side with the 2 burners closer together. And that leaves one burner open for you to use for whatever. A Dutch oven, cast iron skillet, any of the other accessories you might want to throw on there.
Brandy, thanks for joining us. Glad to have you here. All right, Tori, how are we looking on that meat?
This is looking pretty good. I think it's time to throw the cheese on. I'm going to push the onions a little out of the way so they aren't on the hot spot anymore. Maybe turn it down a little bit.
Can you guys hear that sizzling? Who is hungry? I'm very hungry.
So here we just have our appetizing cheese sauce. It's not appetizing right now, but it will be, trust me. So we're just going to take a big glob of this guy. Just go ahead and...
Northern BC, Canada, thanks for joining us.
So in the jar, we didn't actually warm up the jar of cheese sauce beforehand because, as I'm sure you guys can tell, it's going to get pretty nice and melty just sitting on this meat here. I'll maybe throw another little scoop on there just so we have everything covered. You can't have too much cheese, am I right?
No, can I get some likes for Cheese Whiz? Who out there loves Cheese Whiz?
Also around this time, you want to throw your bun on to toast, just because that makes it so much better. You just set it right on the griddle. It'll make it that nice toasty brown.
Don, we're out here at Camp Chef headquarters cooking on our back patio. Thanks for joining in. Doug from Elmira, hope I pronounced that right, New York. Thanks for joining in.
And it's almost done, as you can see.
All right, just before we finish up, so we're doing Philly cheesesteaks on a brand new, out-of-the-box Expedition 3X.
Yes.
So, Naomi, you're asking what other accessories you can throw on this. We have a pizza oven, we have a grill box, really any cast iron. So you've got an empty burner right here. So you could do a skillet, rib skillet, if you're doing fried eggs. Something I do quite often with mine is that I'll smoke some chicken in my smoker, and I've got my stove right next to it. And then once I'm done, I'll actually shred the chicken and put it back in a skillet with some Frank's Buffalo hot sauce. Make some killer buffalo tacos.
So we've toasted our bun, as you can see. This is kind of the fun part of the recipe. So you can actually take the bun and just scoop the cheesy meat right off the griddle. If I'm strong enough to get it. Alright. And there you have your sandwich. You're welcome to spatula it on too if you want. It's not as exciting, but still good. So there's our meat. We of course need some veggies to go on there.
Veggies, a little bit of onion.
Some peppers.
Cyprus, thanks for joining.
And grab some
Alabama.
So this recipe might not look the prettiest, but man, does it look good.
Alright, who's ready for Tori to give this thing a try?
Alright, let's taste test this guy. Set it down. Ooh, maybe in a minute. It's a little bit hot.
It's a little warm. Jacksonville, Florida. Christina, thanks for joining in. Edward, sorry we're making you hungry, man, but it's just a good reason for you to go out and get one.
Yes, definitely. Anyone else have some more questions while I'm waiting for this sandwich to cool? I'm excited to eat it.
Now, what do you guys want to see next time we do a Facebook Live video? Do you want to see more recipes? Do you want to see a brand new product? Doug, definitely agree. All right. Tori,
I'm ready.
ready to give that thing a try?
For this. I don't think I can wait any longer.
All right.
All right, which way to attack this?
Winner?
Yeah. Definitely.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for joining in. Glad everyone was here, and thanks for all the comments, and we'll be doing this again soon, so be sure and make sure you follow us and see what we're doing. Thanks for joining in, guys.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.